Coraline, the critically acclaimed film directed and adapted by Henry Selick in 2009, illustrates how filmmakers utilize the four basic elements of filmmaking to convey the story they are trying to tell. Through the use of costumes, space, lighting, and decor, we can better understand the duality of the real world and the world the beldam, aka the other mother, has crafted to trap Coraline forever. Today I will be exploring instances where these four elements demonstrate adequate placement of all elements, items, people, and sounds to arrange a new world. Costumes play a crucial role in showcasing how the other mother manipulates Coraline into thinking the other world is better than her home. When we first meet Coraline, we see her in her iconic yellow rain jacket, possibly showing her curiosity with the world around her. After she continues to explore the barren landscape of her new home, we get introduced to her parents. This is where we really begin to see the drabness of the real world. Both parents are in drab colors, and to be honest, they look miserable. As Coraline's curiosity continues to get bigger, we get introduced to the other mother, whose outfit is relatively similar to her real mother, but is more lively. This is definitely a tactic to persuade Coraline. However, we see all of this crumble away once Coraline truly understands the beldam's intentions. Overall, costumes help us understand how Coraline got wrapped up in all of this. The beldam's costumes become more bug-like as her reputation becomes more diminished. The main purpose of space in this movie is to portray power. In multiple scenes, there is a hierarchy within characters. The more powerful is typically taller or at a higher point than the other character. We get a taste of this at the beginning of the movie when YB rides his dirt bike next to Coraline and terrifies her. Although Coraline soon finds out who he is, in the moment he is assumed to have more power than her. This element is also conveyed when the other mother gets increasingly more aggressive. We see her body extend and become more rigid, suggesting that her power and strength is growing. What is very interesting is as the other mother's house begins to fall apart into a web-like shape, space no longer suggests power but desperateness from the other mother. We see a shift in the use of space throughout the movie. Like costumes, lighting is manipulated by the other mother to convince Coraline the other world is a better place. At the beginning of the movie, we get a tour of Coraline's home. Like her parents' outfits, everything is bland and all the colors blend together. Comparatively, as we enter the other world, the colors are vibrant and welcoming compared to the dullness of the other world. Another important part that demonstrates adequate use of lighting is when Mrs. Spink relays Coraline's future through tea leaves. This type of lighting conveys danger. However, like space, as the other mother's world begins to fall apart, the world becomes white and sullen, completely disregarding the vibrance before that the other mother used to persuade Coraline. Lastly, we're going to talk about decor, which is by far the most important element of this movie. It is the most important tactic used by the other mother to trap Coraline. The food given to Coraline by her real parents looks awful, exactly aligning to the colors and outfits of her parents and her home. As we get transported to the other world, the other mother uses delicious food to display how wonderful she is and the other world is. We also become introduced to her other father, who shows her this beautiful garden. These objects only enhance the other mother's reputation, even though she's a monster. But like everything else in the movie, as the other mother's lies are unraveled, the world becomes more haunting and bug-like. Costumes, space, lighting, and decor all demonstrate important tactics made by Selick and other filmmakers to make the audience trust the other mother. But as the story unfolds, these elements begin to diminish. In conclusion, all elements are used to build up and then destroy the reputability of the other mother.